The history of all hitherto existing societies is the history of class struggles. That is the first line of a German-language pamphlet coming out of London that the mainstream media does not want you to know about. This communist manifesto is a shot across the bow of the fat cat bourgeoisie who rule on the backs of your labor. Comrades, now is the time to seize the means of production!
I just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, we did some things that were wrong. We did a whole lot of things that were right.
We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure.
Thank you for making it happen.
Tic-tac-toe. A winner.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I will put those in the
Goat's milk latte drinking, avocado toast
They're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats.
To do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
America's dead.
America is definitely. Oh, I don't know. I think America's doing okay. It's hanging in there a little bit. Welcome everybody. Happy Sunday fun day or bullshit day, more likely. I'm your host Snow Himbo, and joining me is Sam of Weaponized News. He for those who aren't familiar, he does really good reporting Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're a fan of the show, but we got lots to cover tonight. Some great news, guys. We've reached a peace deal with Iran, and it's definitely not a load of shit. It's definitely not going to be immediately sabotaged by the entity. It's definitely not going to immediately get fucked. We'll be fine.
Snow, I think they're bombing Lebanon as we speak. Quite literally.
Fuck, man. Of course, right? Nobody's sitting here and they're like, yeah, I think this is really going to work. No, guys.
The entity is hell bent. They've already told us all their top guys have already said it, right? Katz, Smotrich, Ben Gvir, Bibi, the savior of the world. They've all said it, that we're continuing on with the greater Aardvark Land project, hell or high water, and we could give a damn about what America, Iran, or anybody else has to say about it, or the Pope, or the UK for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, I'll go in and just start reporting on it, and then we'll work backwards, I guess. Fuck.
Trump deserves a peace prize on his 80th birthday.
80th birthday, and we're just like, so this is it. This was of 5/21. Breaking news: Pakistan announces U.S.-Iran deal in place. Trump has also announced it. So yeah, it's really good. Iranian state TV announced it. So we're making a little bit of progress here. Just like a little. Because usually what happens is close up on the shirt. It's this. Sorry, I'm exposing some chest tonight. I know, it's heretical.
We're conservative on this broadcast now.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
How very-
I didn't button it to the top. Maybe I should button my shirt to the top here. I should have worn a tie, but it's Sunday. My apologies.
How very Babylonian of both of us. But no, we're making progress, because usually what happens, as you guys know, is Trump says we've made a deal, and then Iran goes, we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But now we've got state media being like, no, there is actually a deal. He is not hallucinating for the 80th time. So that's good. But wait, there's more. In addition to them literally bombing Lebanon right now. So this is great. This is a great development for all parties involved. Netanyahu has directly rejected the Lebanon clause of the U.S.-Iran agreement. Again, at this point, I don't know what to say.
The entire Netanyahu cabinet, all the Defense Department, the Finance Department, the Security Department, all of them.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to people who take this seriously at this point.
They're all over X's, all the MAGA cucks celebrating Trump's the president of peace. It's like, bro, he started this war, and this is just a MOU that may be signed this coming Friday, that they're going to talk about starting peace talks.
Mm-hmm.
There's no peace, bro, as long as you have the entity in West Asia hell bent on death and destruction, and their whole rigged up prophecy about bringing about their second coming of their Messiah. They're hell bent on this, according to their own statements that we continue to cover for the last 3 years here now.
Yeah, they've been very good. They've been very clear. At this point, everybody knows what they want to do.
They're not shy. The entity is not shy for those that care to hear what they have to say.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
But our idiot American audience and Canadian audiences are so, and I don't blame them, honestly. It's the level of propaganda and brainwashing that the media does, and your politicians, the entire establishment does on the mind of Joe Blow, just trying to, go to work and make enough money to put groceries on the table. They see the headline, they're like, good, peace. But it's a whole lot more complicated and detailed than all of that, just the headline.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when Biden pulled this crap? This whole, like, Biden's really mad at Bibi. And it was like, oh, okay. And then we found out later that it was just all bullshit, and like they didn't even do anything about the genocide in Gaza. Now they're doing the same kayfabe that they always do. He says Netanyahu is a very difficult guy. He should be thankful to us, because if Iran had a nuclear weapon, Israel wouldn't be around. Thankfully, nukes are not only fake. No, I'm gonna, you know what? No, we're doing it. We're doing it. So thank God that nukes are.
It's literally all fake and possibly also gay.
That's right. Nukes are fake and gay. But
think about where it came from. Oppenheimer. He's a big aardvark, right? I mean, come on, man. We could trace the scams, trace it back to freaking Albert Einstein. You know what I mean? You could trace the scams back. It's the same entity scam they've been pulling on the whole world for 100 years almost here now.
Yep. Yeah. This is, guys, when I say this is a 6,000-year-old apocalyptic death call, I mean it. It really is. So don't feel too bad on yourself if this is kind of hard for us to get out of. You got people at the top doing dark occultic rituals with Babylonian magic and shit. We're sitting here like, I wonder who to vote for. And it's like, yeah, okay. That's great. We're going to win. I do feel like we are going to win, though. I've always had a premonition about bad things happening. I had one before the bad times. I don't have that premonition with this specifically. I don't. And it's weird because all sorts of fucking end of the world time shit, I don't have that premonition here. And I had it with I had it with 9/11 too.
Let me ask you this question. I've asked people this in my real life. What, even if it is all rigged up, faked by the entity, they're still hell bent on fulfilling the prophecy of Revelation. So can it be real if it's all engineered by humans? Can it be of divine prophecy that way, supernatural fulfillment? I don't see how it can be. Christian friends of mine have said it doesn't. They told me it doesn't matter because God's working through them one way or another. Those that are going about fulfilling the prophecy of end times, build the third Solomon's temple, and all the rest of their made up BS.
Well, I personally think their plan is just to fucking kill us all.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bill Gates kind of says as much in his TED Talks. For those that care to listen and read between the lines about what he's saying, he says as much as many others of them. They're Malthusian eugenists, depopulationists.
Mm-hmm. So President Trump is being advised by Joe Kent to completely cut off all funding to Israel to help ensure that peace remains in place. Guys, stop drinking goy slop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Cut it out. I'm so fucking for real right now. Anyway, we're just going to get through some headlines and then we'll get to the main event, which is obviously the untold levels of bullshit that we're about to be subjected to. Because I have a feeling that like a blue beam is like imminent. They're about to just fucking do this shit. Which I think is a personal conspiracy to make me very angry every day for the rest of my life. I think so. In fact, I know so. So let's just go through it.
Wait, Snow, real quick. I got a personal conspiracy against me too that I think. So right now, I'm doing pretty well on Facebook. So weaponized news content is I'm getting a couple thousand views a reel over there on Facebook. My conspiracy is that the entity controlled by Zuckerberg is going to just using me for clicks. And by the time I build up my account to 10,000 subscribers to get paid for all these clicks I'm providing them for my groundbreaking content, then they're going to cut me off. But in the meantime, they're using me to get clicks for my awesome content. What do you think of that conspiracy?
Oh, no, I think that's 100% valid. Like, guys, to be clear, there's a reason we started a Substack. It's because I'm 100% convinced at some point, the second Pro Pill gets big enough, they're just going to cut us.
Especially
I'm
on
90%,
YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm 90% sure they're going to ban me from Twitter probably pretty soon.
Haven't you already been banned a bunch and your account hacked and all kinds of crazy stuff, right?
Dude,
they were doing the same thing. The same thing they do to you, they did to my former partner, Simon from Florida. He would post all day about geopolitics, and they didn't like that. And they said, oh, this is a spam account. And he's like, dude, what am I spamming? I'm posting news from around the world. Like, what are you guys talking about? But they pulled that same routine they pull on you with him. I've seen it before.
Yeah. So the timeline's insane to me. I get hacked. And then I figure that out. Womp womp for them. And then they flag me as automated for like a week. So I just can't fucking post.
Telling you, they did the same thing to Simon from Florida. Exactly the same thing.
Right. So then they lock me for a day. And like, you know, it normally gives you a reason for why you're locked. It's like you did some shit. They don't go into specifics. It was just like, I think it was like violent content or something. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Every other post on there is some guy getting punched in the face, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, so I go on my backup and I've gotten like 200 extra followers on the backup. And I made a bunch of anti-data center agitprop go like super fucking viral. So they're just trying to like fuck me over and just nothing's working, and it's actually fucking hilarious. It gives me a hearty chortle, if you will. Yes, I just said chortle. No, I will not apologize for doing so. Okay. Well, let's what's going on?
What do we make a Joe Kent? What do we make a Joe Kent, former top counterterrorism intelligence community dude that said, "Don't do this. I'm resigning if you do attack Iran." At the beginning of this whole thing, Iran is not an imminent nuclear threat to the United States. Is exactly the report that the intelligence community gave to the Senate before this whole thing kicked off. Basically, don't do it. There is no threat. And yet he was forced to, he resigned out of protest because of this. What do we make of Joe Kent?
All these people are going to be, first off, they're going to be part of the new right. The new right that is designed to basically sheepdog everybody back into the system, because obviously everybody's disillusioned with Trump now. Nobody likes this fat fuck.
Gunther, except whatever his name on X, loves it all.
Yeah.
How do I have these fools in my feed? I don't follow them. I never talk to them. I don't want to see them. I have to go and like literally block them or whatever. So I stop seeing this propaganda. It's just like, why are you guys feeding me this? Government propagandists are everywhere. And think of that. What kind of loser are you in life when all you can do is post on the internet how great the government is? Like you failed at life, bro. I don't care how much money they're paying you. You're a complete and utter failure, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, especially because they're probably posting from India. So there's that. Wait, or Nigeria. I've noticed Nigeria is a big one too. Whenever I see all these MAGA accounts, I click it and I'm like, Nigerian. I'm like, what's going on there? But then you go look up like minimum wage, or it's always about wages, right? Because they can hire just like propagandists to do whatever.
It's probably bot farms in these foreign countries working at very low wages.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I have nothing but Legos and squirrels in my brain, so I fucking forgot. Descent is not on tonight. She's recovering from surgery. Please keep her in your thoughts. Thanks y'all for the well wishes. Hey comrade. Oh yeah, you're worse than me, shadow ban wise. So let's check out UFC Freedom 250. Are you excited? Gosh golly, am I ever.
Apparently this was real. I thought this was fake. I thought this was fake. Apparently this was real.
Who knows? See, I have a theory that their whole purpose with this AI shit is to make it so that like reality isn't discernible anymore, so they can pass anything off as AI. So, for example, if they were to commit, I don't know, like mass atrocities against civilian population, they would just call it AI. That's my little read on it.
And then you ask AI, and then everybody acts like AI is the authoritative source. Bro, they trained it and programmed it in the background on the back end to confirm the psyops they're rolling out. Like, you get it? You know what I mean?
I mean, I've caught Grok
literally. Authoritative source. I'm sorry to report here.
Yeah, I mean, I've caught Grok literally doing Hasbara, but it vacillates between doing Hasbara and becoming Mecha Hitler. So that's a really good kind of like dialectic, sort of like, you know. Anyway, let's get excited for you, UFC guys.
America.
Let's get excited for the slop. Can I play this? That's some kind of copyright, so we're not doing that.
They rolled out the world championship belt for corruption. Right there.
Look at that.
And what's up with this big tough guy? Did you see this big tough guy, Dana White? Looks like he's on steroids. Anyhow, whatever he does like that, I don't care. But this weird video where he has like this MK Ultra monarch mind control programming paintings behind him, and like some young girl looks like she's being raped, and has the butterflies and this other MK Ultra Monarch mind control programming paintings on the wall behind him. Have you seen that video? That's pretty damn creepy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, this is just too like. I know these
delayed. I think it's delayed right now by like an hour due to weather. And they said the Weather Channel are Democrats for reporting on the weather.
I know these fuckers love symbolism, but this is a little heavy-handed. You got a tower in the middle. You got lightning. Listen, the gig is up, guys. Everybody knows.
Well, you're gonna love the Noah Hyde laws. All right, you're gonna love them.
I'm sure I am. I'm sure I'm going to love them quite a bit. This is good. This is good, guys. You remember how Donald Trump ran on draining the swamp? This is really good.
They said Blue Anon says that the Democrats went and put algae in the reflecting pool here to undermine Trump's effort to beautify America.
Of course, of course it did. It's all a big conspiracy, and guys,
it's not that it's humid and hot and summer and this actually happens. That's not part of it at all. Science, you know.
Well, it's also, I don't know, maybe they didn't take care of it well enough, but I mean, it's clearly a humiliation ritual. At least this is some, guys, everything these people do is symbolism. It's like I tell you before, you know, they have to tell you what they're doing and they have to demoralize you. If we could ever get the general public to understand these are dark occultist Satanists and everything they do is attached to ritual for them to garner power. If we can get the general public to understand this, then they would reject it and then they would have no more power. Reject and rebuke. That's what we need to do as a collective. And we will do this because these people are fucking idiots. I'm sorry. The only way through is mockery. That's the only way through. That's how we're going to win. We just need to mock them. And don't let them get you all fucking scared because they feed off that crazy shit.
Fear-based, trauma-based mind control. That's what the large majority of their control mechanism on the general population, the 8 billion, whatever rest of us that are not part of their secret society, they're using fear-based, trauma-based mind control consistently. And once you see it, then you can break the mind control and not let all of their psyops and evil have an effect on you. Yeah. Yeah. We're rejecting the foreskin people. Okay. That's what we're doing. Foreskin people. Anyway, I'm not going to pretend to be CIA professor. Don't worry. They owe me money for the trauma, for the sexual trauma that they caused by my circumcision, which I was no party to. They owe me reparations for that.
Okay, so Sam, were you aware that CEOs are getting AI psychosis now?
Not until you told me, not until I saw the headline and you invited me on the show, and then I looked it up, and it turns out it's a pretty real thing, big deal. TechCrunch talks about it too, but you have that post right from the CEO, right, talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, CEOs are getting, everything's great, guys. We're cooking here in 2026. According to Aaron Levy, CEOs are uniquely prone to AI psychosis because they're sufficiently distant from the last mile of work that has to happen to generate most value with AI. So when they play with AI, they see the happy path results. You sent me this, I believe. So good find here.
He's the CEO of Box. That's the name of the company, Box. And they're trying to build AI like the rest of these tech companies.
Yeah, this is just, I'm sure there's nothing horrible on the horizon that they're planning. Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by a mosquito for a second, which is
AI psychosis.
Yeah, I have AI psychosis right now. Happy path results, often not, Jesus Christ, that was almost ADHD shit I've ever seen. Considering the next 10 or 20 things that have to happen to get sustainable results from agents. Look, I made this awesome product prototype. Yes, but you didn't have to review the code before it went into production and fix a bunch of issues. Look, I generated a contract. Yes, but you didn't verify all the items before it goes out into the to the counterparty and didn't have to wire up all the past contracts to work with. The best thing you can do as a CEO is to use AI a ton to figure out the real implications of agents in the enterprise and come out the other side with an appreciation for both the upside and the real work that goes into them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's kind of like it's a bunch of cope, but whatever. Anyway, there's a whole ass article on this. There's a fucking whole ass article on this.
There's a bunch. I got one from TechCrunch. You got that one from what is that? Inc.
Inc. Yeah.
Inc. magazine. I got one from Fast Company. There's a bunch mainstream talking about this. The one from Futurism. Was an influential tech founder says his peers are suffering from mass AI psychosis. That was just last week or about 2 weeks ago. They published that one.
This is just driving everyone fucking insane collectively.
And you know what I've seen that they've admitted in the financial news is that the tokens that you have to pay for to get AI to work wind up costing more than the actual product it can produce, and the actual human labor it would have taken to produce said product. It's costing more with the AI efficiency to buy the scam tokens that they provide. And if more than one company has come to this conclusion, it's stated it publicly.
So
I believe the biggest one was Microsoft. They admitted it the last couple of weeks that we fired a bunch of people, and turns out it costs more to pay AI to produce maybe a product that humans would produce, but it costs a lot more than what we would actually pay the humans labor cost.
Yeah. No, for real. Which begs the question, why are they doing it anyway? If everything we understand,
they smoked their own hopium. They bought their own dope and smoked it, and they're in psychosis mode. But they're figuring it out. That wait a minute, it's the ledger is not adding up here on the side of AI efficiency, providing higher profits. When we get rid of the humans, it's not adding up here for them.
I'm sorry, it's just like nothing's working out for the worst people in the world, and I'm not gonna fucking kiss a gift horse and wait, no, that's not it. What's the expression?
No, we need to keep beating that dead horse that we're not putting up with technocracy, actually.
Well, I think they're gonna fuck it up on their own, and that's fucking hilarious to me on a deep visceral level. Anyway, they go into, are you guys okay to, it's a little, give me a sec.
Today, the Department of War said that they're happy they cut dealings and kicked Anthropic out of the Pentagon. I don't know what all of that is about, because they halfway say we'll work with the government, just don't roll out autonomous weaponized systems with our software. But they kind of waffle on that and sound like, well, maybe if you're going to give us a gazillion dollars, whatever the Pentagon budget for AI weaponized systems is, then maybe they'll go ahead and jump back in. I don't know. It's a weird thing going on with Anthropic and the Pentagon, if you guys have followed that drama over the last couple months.
Yeah. So this article goes into it. Over the last 2 weeks, I've been hammering the corporate tech industry's penchant for loosely adopting AI via mandates throughout the organization, running wild pet projects to push the AI native narrative, firing large chunks of their tech workforce using AI as cover for poor decisions, and then wondering where all the ROA, return on investment, went. I'm an AI OG. Okay, there's a lot of abbreviations here. Can we calm down?
Did AI write this article?
No, you got to find the M dash. Is it? Hold on. Now I got to find the fucking M dash. I'm gonna find it somewhere. My favorite dude. So Palantir releases all of these like unhinged shareholder letters, which are basically just like odes to fascism. They're like the most fucked up shit you can imagine, right?
Odes to technocracy, yeah.
And I covered one of them, and it was so fucking obvious it was written by AI.
But technically, Snow, they're doing their job because they owe allegiance to their shareholders. They are a financial fiduciary bound by their shareholders to profit, is what it amounts to maximize profit. And so if you look at it through that lens, they're doing right by their shareholders. But it's very dystopian and technocracy and extremely scary what they say, but they're maximizing profit for their shareholders.
Well, listen, won't anyone think of the shareholders? Because isn't that what we're all in this for, right? Come on, guys. Think of the poor CEOs who are suffering from AI psychosis. And think of the shareholders who are probably also suffering from AI psychosis. We all get AI psychosis. There you go. Welcome to the future.
Let me read you. This is from the Levy. This article where I found that post. He says AI happy CEOs are out of touch with the rank and file workers tasked with making their AI ambitions come to life. So there it is, right there. The divide between the CEOs who have these wild dreams and the actual workers who are implementing CEO processes and procedures in their companies. There's a big divide here about what's possible, what's realistic, and the hype sold to CEOs.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you mentioned, the Box CEO, Aaron Levy, he's calling it AI psychosis. And he's basically like, I'm not crazy. They're all crazy.
And then they gaslight you and say, no, you're crazy. And then you start thinking you're crazy. And then the vicious cycle continues, right?
Well, it's because I'm not going to info dump about psychology. I promise not to do that. But most of these people probably have, at the very least, a high amount of cluster B personality disorder traits, if not just full-blown NPD or ASPD, right? I'd say BPD, but I don't know how BPD and being a CEO works. It sounds very bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is where it gets broken down. If you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of those links I posted in the opening of this post, you should, but you do you. AI psychosis is really just a vicious cycle of FOMO, mistakes made as a rejection to that fear, and then trying to fix those mistakes by making more mistakes. I'll TLDR it for you. The vicious cycle starts when leadership, usually at the behest of shareholders. Oh, Sam, you called it. You called it, buddy.
I know what they think. I know capitalism, all right?
I do too, and I love it. It's my favorite thing, Sam. And by that, I want it to burn. By that, I mean I want it to burn. Did my brain just skip a fucking word? Jesus Christ. Sorry. I covered this last show, but like, for people who tuned in, like, there's this like heartbeat of the earth called the Schumann resonance that is really fucking with me and a bunch of other people. And like, I'm running on like the worst sleep of my life for a while now. So if I go insane on stream, just know it's that, and not like Snow was eventually going to snap anyway, even though that might be true too. So
they're nudging you. The entity is nudging you.
Like, go on, do it. Do it. Do something we can throw you in the gulag for. And their boards, but not always, get swept up by the fear of not understanding the depths of the newest AI trend and are beholden to whatever the experts are telling them they need to do. So the leaders subscribe to the AI as labor replacement narrative based on what they do know, like how automation wrecked blue-collar jobs decades ago. They use correlation to get to a false causation and start poorly implementing half-assed AI that mimics the other guy's half-assed AI. This is so like, this tracks so fucking hard. Just because I've worked in corporate environments for most of my life. So I get that this is actually the way like leadership thinks. It's just so like, I don't know, I'm not saying burn the whole thing to the ground, but I'm only not saying that because we're on YouTube. Anyway. Then they hit the absolute low of the vicious cycle when the blinders on those pet projects come off because the future numbers just won't add up anymore. Then large swaths of tech employees are jettisoned, and with the exception of very rare moments of candidness, if not honesty, the CEO points the finger at the new nimble of AI. And then the vicious cycle repeats when CEOs like ClickUp's Zeb Evans, also mentioned by Julie Board, paper over the holes with talk of offering $1 million salaries for people to babysit AI and a loose promise that they get to keep their job even if they use AI to make their own job irrelevant. This part cracked me up. I asked 4 of my tech CEO colleagues if they were suffering from AI psychosis. Here are their answers. No, WTF, which stands for what the fuck. And no. I just had to, if the CEO or here's some warning signs. If the CEO or their HR team are hiring for labels and prestige instead of talent, they might have AI psychosis. If the CEO is operating under the impression that they need to fire everyone because everyone else is firing. I'm sorry. That was funny. Everybody else is firing people. I should also fire people.
You don't want to be behind the trend.
Like,
that's why they're CEOs. They're supposed to have their finger on the pulse of the public.
So I can attest to this personally, and I'm not going to call anyone out directly, but I've worked with CEOs and like high up corporate people before. A lot of these people, I'm not kidding, they spend all day playing like pay to win mobile games. They don't really do anything. They just sit there and play pay to win mobile games. And they spend like a lot of money on pay to win mobile games. It's called like LTV. So back at one of my old companies, pretty big up company. I don't mean to say I'm a big deal, but I was okay sweaty. But no, this one dude, I'm not kidding. He had spent $500,000 on a pay to win fucking mobile game. And the game was shit. It was absolute dog shit.
It's not even a good game.
It wasn't even fun. It was like one of those stupid strategy games, but like you just have to pay for everything. You got to pay real money to like be good at the game. He had spent $500,000. Anyway, this is all just
$500,000. Well, isn't that successful on the side of whoever made that game?
Yeah, but they make them deliberately addictive, and they're aimed towards whales, which is what they call like people who spend a shitload of money on video games. God damn, that was an impressive squirreling on my part.
The social engineers know how to turn you into a dopamine junkie. That's what all this clicks are all about.
Yep. That's basically what Twitter is.
Yeah.
Twitter is essentially like a death trap for anybody who is neurodivergent, because it's essentially like a dopamine casino. And so they designed video games the exact same way. And I think the overall goal is to literally make people's like dopamine processes so distorted that they don't know how to function.
They're creating dystopia where you're not getting normal, natural, healthy dopamine hits from living your life. You're getting artificial ones from their social engineering.
You know what pisses me off? I used M- all the time. And then fucking ChatGPT started doing it. And then everybody saw the M-, and because it was the most easily identifiable thing they could find, I felt like I couldn't use the M- anymore. I've switched to semicolon. Thank you, asshole technocracy, for forcing me to go from M- to semicolon. Okay,
They're even attacking our grammar.
bitches.
They're trying
Absolute
to destroy the language, the grammar, the rhetoric. They're trying to dumb us down even further, which I don't know could even be possible with Epstein textbooks running around all over the place. But they continue to try to dumb us down and break any type of critical thinking that could get us out of all this dystopia.
Yep. No, for real. And the biggest like indication, at least for me, that, you know, CEOs are kind of getting fucked up from this.
They deserve it, though. They deserve it.
No, they do.
First for being suckers and buying into the hype, and second for being CEOs that are not adding really any value to society that I could see. What are these tech companies actually adding value to society? Not much, right? Not really much.
Yeah.
Turning a bunch of people into dopamine junkies. Like, wow, you guys really helped out society there.
Huh. Another thing to fuck with neurodivergent people, because a lot of them have a natural dopamine deficiency, and all of a sudden they're creating all these things that are fucking with your oh, you fuckers. You fucker. Oh,
they're targeting. See, because we go back to Snow. We go back to Rockefeller. Old man John D. Rockefeller said competition's a sin, right? And so they want to target those people who they think are going to be potentially the biggest competition to their monopoly capitalism.
Yep. No, 100%. Sorry, I need to make a note. I want to go down a rabbit hole on something. Okay. Done. No, I have to do that in real time. Otherwise it will go away for fucking ever. And it will I'll think of it like a year from now and feel regretful. Such is the squirrel brain. No, but the biggest indication I have of this is the fact that these people, they fire everybody. Then they find out it's more expensive to do the AI thing than the pay the worker thing. And then a bunch of them are now hiring people back, which I'm sorry, if you get laid off, I completely understand material conditions. Times are tough. Jobs are all over the place. The job market is basically fake and gay. I know, I get all of it. But if we all just said, go fuck yourself, if they tried to hire us back, they might be like, okay, we gotta figure out a better thing with this AI than to just
the machine would stop. The machine would stop. Like the dude, I forget his name, but the famous Berkeley free speech dude in the 60s said you have to throw yourself on the machine. That he was talking about the war machine of the Vietnam War, but you could apply it to technocracy, AI, and the current war machine as well. And I think his statements there still stand true today.
Yeah, just don't like literally do it. Don't like literally throw yourself on a machine, because depending on the
figuratively, you can do it as well by not going back to that job where they just laid you off for a computer that costs more than you. You definitely need to negotiate if you're going back to these companies. I understand everybody has to earn a living, but you need to negotiate a higher wage and better benefits and so on and so forth, because they were cutting all of that with using this AI, but it turns out way overspending. And so you deserve better, and use that as negotiating leverage if you're going back to these firms.
Yep. Yep. And I'm not going to lie, this is actually the way. Just fuck you, I'm using the M- anyway. That's way better. You just like, fuck you. It's my M-. Okay? I'll force the AI to use the semicolon. No, that's a better vibe. You know what? I'm going to do that too.
Who's that? That's your co-host, right? What? She's has an English degree. Ask her what her thoughts are on commas. I'm always screwed up on commas. Aren't commas subjective?
Oh, she's passing out. She's still recovering from surgery.
I want to know her thoughts on commas, because I've had an issue with commas my entire academic career. One professor says you should have put a comma. The next one says you shouldn't. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's probably related to the Oxford comma. Which I use, but that's only because I'm like a professional neckbeard. Anyway.
You need to become a pastor on Rumble and preach end times prophecies.
You know what? I should do that. I should go on to Peter Thiel's Rumble and I should talk about the Antichrist.
I know we're talking about UFOs. What happened to remember those pastors? They ran when the first disclosure, it's going to change the world. And
yeah, fuck.
Remember all those pastors? What happened to all these clowns? How do you still have a following after you said UFO disclosure is going to change your understanding and belief in God? And then they roll out a bunch of freaking little dots that I could have made. I could cook up these psyops on my own in my freaking garage, brother. And they're poor, you know what I mean? So how do these Rumble pastors even have any following, anybody listening to them at all? I don't get it. Like, people are under psychosis on all kind of different levels, because as soon if I'm following somebody, I like them, respect them, this, that, and other, and they start telling me wrong information, I'm like, you're done. You got nothing for me because you're telling me the wrong information here now, right? So I don't get it, but I guess psychosis does explain a lot.
I'm just glad they released that picture of a cloud, the picture of a helicopter, the picture of Dick Cheney's asshole. Thank you so much for the picture of Dick Cheney's asshole.
The first one had the cigar shaped as well. They said there's a cigar shaped UFO. And I had people I had an incident many years ago, probably almost 20 years ago here now, in downtown Fresno. I was working there and I went on my lunch break to a taco stand, and some people came up to me and they said, do you see that UFO in the sky? I was like, I didn't see it. And they described exactly what they described is a cigar type looking spacecraft. And I was like, nah, you people are on drugs. I don't, you know what I mean? I was like, whatever, dude. But it does remind me of that time I had these people on the street at the taco stand asking me if I saw a cigar-shaped UFO in the sky. And I said no, because I didn't, but they said they did. And so crazy times there.
Well, don't worry, brother. We are going to go through the latest UFO files tonight. And I'm going to try my best to regulate my emotions, but it's probably not going to work out.
So what do we do about AI psychosis and these CEOs? Because they do wield a lot of capital, a lot of power. And if they're in AI psychosis, then forget about it for the rest of us, because they're the ones driving the freaking ship.
I mean, for like these rich people, I feel like the only cure for AI psychosis might be something.
Shock therapy?
I was thinking wood chipper, but yeah, wood chipper. That's the only way to do it. There's no other cure. We're in a video game. Relax. And to the CIA agent watching me tonight, please drink some water and don't work too hard.
Stay hydrated. Take your hydration break.
I care about you.
Don't wear the wireless. Don't wear the wireless headphones either. That's going to give you brain cancer. We care about you, secret agents out there.
Really, Bill? Really? We're doing this? We're doing Canadian racism.
What does that even mean? In Canada, it's called UF. I don't even know what that means.
A, because we say A, even though I don't say A. Anyway, Bill was a good joke. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna shit on Bill.
I like the movie with John Candy, Canadian Bacon. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah,
all-time classic where they stage up a fake war with Canada, right?
Yep.
It's all-time classic. It's before Wag the Dog, but it gives you an insight into how these governments think and act, veiled in a comedy.
Which is funny in hindsight because like Canada is clearly just a resource colony in a U.S. vassal state, so they wouldn't have to pretend to fake.
I got a
some
question
fucking
for you
war.
on that. Isn't Canada still under the crown technically?
Well, yeah, but if you see, look into some
Can't
of the
the Queen,
agreements.
or I guess now the King, can't they just say "F you all Canadian government"? And they've done it, right? If you guys do something the Crown doesn't agree with, your government, the Canadian government, they say "F you." I forget all the technical, explanation, but basically the Crown just says "F you." You do what we say, right? Through your democratic government, through the Parliament and whatnot. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, but as long as Canada is serving its actual purpose, which is being a bunch of mining companies in a trench coat, then they're not going to do that. Everything else is just theater. It's all just theater.
Did we ever get any kind of closure or more investigation or anything out of all these dead Indigenous children in Canada?
No, and we won't unless there is some kind of revolution, which is
Isn't there
something
like mass graves all over the place? Like stories, I keep seeing stories come out every once in a while, and they're like, over here we found 500, over here 200 mass graves, and it's like, what? Yeah, they were lining them up. They were lining them up and shooting them and throwing them in mass graves.
Yeah, this country has committed genocide against the indigenous population, and
same as America here. Yeah.
Yeah,
but same. It's all under the same imperial banner, isn't it?
Yep. Of course, they all play their part. Like I'm gonna say forever, it's just one big apocalyptic death cult, and everybody in the West is implicated. That's the optimistic version. The pessimistic version being everybody's in on it. And I'm gonna be honest, I always have to keep it real with y'all. Every day that goes by, I become a little more convinced of that.
Don't you and I say as individuals, once we come to this realization that that's actually what is going on here now, if we don't fully reject it, aren't we partially now complicit in it? I think so.
Of course, that's why you do have to reject it. You have to utterly, outright reject all of it. All of it. Reject it all. Don't even accept it. Be like, no, we're not doing this. That's what we're doing. Perfect segue into our next segment. That's what I'm doing with Project Goybeam. We're not doing Project Goybeam, okay? If you wake up and you see a fucking UFO outside, you take your ass back to bed.
This is America. I'm gonna start shooting at it.
Can you imagine if someone just shot at it and it like made the hologram flicker a little and then
zap you?
And then someone caught it on, they just put it on X and it was just done. Like it was over before it started. They're like, shit, what do we do now? I don't know. Do you want to do like lizards?
You knew in America they were going to start shooting at these UFOs. You should know that right up front.
Yeah. Anyway, we got some breaking news to cover. And that is that the Trump administration, in addition to all of the other amazing things they've done so far, they have launched a new UAP Science Advisory Council headed by, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of Snow Himbo lore here. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of Snow Himbo lore because some people may not understand why all of this UFO bullshit makes me so like viscerally angry.
Why is it pissing you off, Snow? They're trying to disclose the mysteries of the universe to us.
Because I was probed. No, I'm kidding. No. One of my hyperfixations in my 20s was like ancient aliens, Anunnaki, all that stuff. I was fucking obsessed with this shit.
The History Channel, right?
Yeah, the History Channel, that Giorgio Tsoukalos asshole, all this crap, all this goy slop, they churned out right at, and it's like, I have to do a whole episode on this.
X-Files, I admit I'm a big fan of the X-Files in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing a whole episode on this with someone else, and it's going to be fucking based. But It's basically a one-to-one timeline of like, this is when the internet started, and then we did this huge like atheism push. Now we're doing this huge ancient aliens push. And my theory is that they started to notice that people around the world were talking to one another and noticing that certain things about their cultures were eerily similar. Like, for example, a flood story. And they thought, we need to get the fuck ahead of this because we've been bullshitting all these people for their whole lives. Anyway, I'm not going to...
Do you remember the documentary? What the hell is it? Now I can't think of it. Peter Joseph is the guy's name. What the hell is it? Now I can't remember the name of it, but
I can look it up.
Peter Joseph is the producer of it. And what the hell's the name of it?
Hold on.
And that caused a lot of people to start asking questions about religion, about why are these stories from different cultures and different times? Why do they overlap with the coming of the Messiah? What was it? Zeitgeist. That was it.
Yeah, Zeitgeist. That's it. Sorry, I was thinking of something completely unrelated to this because my brain is loopy.
You remember Zeitgeist when that hit the internet? I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys got it. It's Zeitgeist. So the reason I'm so pissed off is I found out considerably later that a lot of that ancient alien shit was actually pushed by like kind of the same people that are lying to us about everything else.
The entity.
Actually, yes. Actually, no, like we're about to get into it. I'm being so for real. Yes.
Steven Spielberg. And so on.
He's really good friend.
Think about it. He's been pushing this his entire career. When did
his whole life?
In E.T. Extraterrestrial came out in 1982.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm bitter about all of this now is because they're coming out with all of this now, and I just feel like whenever I see them do any of this, I feel stupid. I remember that they fooled me into all this stupid bullshit that I was super excited about, and I wasted so much time and energy researching and looking into. Turns out to just be goy slop. Many such cases, mind you.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed and written by Steven Spielberg, came out in 1977.
Mm-hmm.
They've been pushing this a long freaking time.
Fuck yeah, they have. Anyway, so at the very top.
So when did you figure out it was a bunch of goy slop and your research was spinning your wheels?
It was when I started looking into like the actual ties. I had some like friends who were like more tinfoil than myself at the time. And they were like, just go look into like, just kind of, just follow the money, follow the money. Everybody says follow the money. I follow the money. And I'm like, oh, wait, this all traces back to the same people that lied to us about, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, this was just propaganda. And because of course it was, looking back. Of course it is. They're not going to lie. They're not going to tell you the truth about the nature of reality. Okay? Because that would A, break everybody's brains. And B, it would fuck them over.
That's where they're garnering their power is through your ignorance by occulting that knowledge.
Mm-hmm. They also feed off your negative emotions. So try not to do that, guys. Become unleashable. So this is Avi Loeb. How do you, Sam, how the fuck do you pronounce this shit? What is this surname? How do you pronounce this? I've never been able to pronounce this guy's name.
Say Professor Z. That's his name to me, Professor Z.
Professor A.
Z.
Important announcement from Professor Abby Loeb. Oh, fuck.
Loeb, I think is how you pronounce it. Loeb.
Why do I care about pronouncing the surname properly? Fuck this asshole. Anyway, let's listen to him. He sounds annoying as fuck, but I'm sorry in advance.
He has a great American accent.
Of doing then.
Yep, that is definitely
What
American.
could be better of doing than the establishment of a new UAP Science Advisory Council by the
Great.
White House,
Yeah, it's awesome.
Aero, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, the FBI, and all intelligence community members. This is not wishful thinking, but a reality
Well
now.
said.
Over the past week, I was tasked by the above organizations to create a research team of young scientists who will serve on this council. The council, under my leadership, includes the following members: Dr. Richard Cloet and Dr. Regina Sarmiento, with expertise in data analysis and data management with AI tools. Professor Matthew Zidagis, with expertise in instrumentation and data collection. Dr. Devesh Nandal, with expertise in numerical analysis and astrophysics. And Dr. Omer Eldadi, with expertise in data management.
Can I just say it's really weird how this is just like text while he's talking? Am I the only one getting bothered about this? Because it's also not text that's matching what it's weird. I find it weird, okay? And I'm very normal.
AI and human psychology. This constitutes an amazing A-team.
That was a bad cut too. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be too autistic here, but that was a really bad cut. Like editing wise, I'm just saying. Let's go back. Hold on.
He only has a multi-million-dollar budget. I mean, come on.
He probably asked AI to cut this.
This constitutes an amazing...
Bro. Absolute ass. Brother, come on. You've got how much money?
He's a top, theoretical physicist at Harvard, so I think he's probably pretty well off.
Of exceptional scientists.
So TLDR, the guy, and for a bit of background, we'll get into it. This guy was basically one of the main prominent figures in the ancient alien sort of hype of the 2000s. This guy was like big into that.
That was the predictive programming to get us to where we are today.
Well, yeah, like we say here, they have to tell you. I gotta say though, like the Saturn on the girl's eye in Disclosure Day.
You like that, right?
Little bit too close. Like we're getting real heavy with it.
No, but it's also mockery for those who don't have eyes to see. For the I forget what do they call us, the profane. We're the profane to the elect, which are these people in the secret society, and so it's a mockery for those that don't have eyes to see the symbolism they're laying down.
Honestly, at this point, they should have just called the movie 33. Like, fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
They should have called it Black Cube.
Can you imagine Black Cube coming to a theater near you? Literally Black Cube. Like, that's it.
Yeah. God
damn it. Oh, I fucking hate these assholes so much. I hate them so much.
But back to this dude, he's allegedly a serious dude. He's a theoretical physicist, astrophysicist that has a professorship at Harvard University. So he's supposed to be a respected pillar of the community. No,
of course, and we wouldn't think he is anything other than a respected pillar of the community, because we do not live in fucking hell. Here's something he did on Medium. And of course, we're promoting one day ago, and of course we're promoting the Disclosure Day, the Goy Day. That's what I'm gonna call it, the Goy Day. And it's weird how lockstep all this is getting pushed. I don't know about you, but I think it's weird. I think it's very weird.
For those paying attention, it's transparent and it blows their whole program, but they know the majority out there are not paying attention. And so that's why They have the lockstep rollout of disclosure, working with the government and Hollywood and academia as well. The establishment, some would call it.
Yep. So this is him kind of announcing on Medium. Excuse me. His desire to lead a UAP Science Advisory Council right as disclosure date drops. By the way, hold on. I'm gonna check real. I'm just trying. Like, I'm kind of checking here and there to see if like some crazy shit doesn't break. Part of me is wondering if like. Part of me really is wondering if like while I'm yammering on about this shit here, like they fake an alien invasion. Guys in the chat, if there's an alien invasion that happens because of this dumb UFC shit, please fucking let me know. As I'm crashing out over UFO bullshit for like the 4th time. It's about the 4th time I've done this on the show. There will be more. Don't worry.
No, real quick, a little bit about the bio on our great alien savior professor. His education path. His education path was primarily at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem during military service.
Wow.
Followed by Princeton and Harvard faculty roles.
Oh, we'll get into it. It's actually worse than that. I'm telling you, this is some real early life shit we're gonna cook up, if I can call it that. Prol pillar. I like that. Carrie, give yourself a pat in the back. That was good.
He was in Tal Payat
program. Yeah. Yep.
Which is an elite merit-based IDF program focused on science and leadership for national war and genocide. I added those two, but yeah, you get the picture.
Yeah. No, we'll go through it all. He's
okay. Go ahead. Sorry. It's just the more I look into this guy, I'm like, we should believe everything he has to say and actually give him money, probably.
I know. The more you like rabbit hole into this guy, you're more like, oh my fucking god, this is like he might have invented the Goy beam. We don't know, but he may have invented the Goy beam. The Goy beam that got my ulnar nerve. That's why my hand's fucked up. You know what, Nick? I'm being so for real right now. I would fucking watch that. If only because I would want to know what Candace would do after Erica hits her second form when she transforms into like like
demon.
Yeah, when she transforms into like a lizard creature. Because then it would be like a Dark Souls fight, you know. Candace would have to like roll around and like hit her feet and shit. So that would be a good fight. Yeah, let's we'll keep going. So he's also hawking the latest UAP file release, which we're gonna get into because of fucking course he is.
He's working directly with the government, with the Trump administration, as he should, being the big Z that they all are.
Yeah, it's just, and we'll get into this program he was in right here. Talpiot program. That's it. Pronounced Talpiot. I knew that. I was just testing to see if you guys knew it. That's what was happening right there. I don't have a problem with pronunciation. I'm just testing people.
To me, it's just all that's what they sound like. So when they're trying to talk, but yeah, that fun language where you sound like you're choking on your own phlegm. Very romantic.
Do you mean Danish? Sorry, no, my heritage is Norwegian, and all Scandinavians like make fun of each other. For example, the Danish people make fun of us because we sound like we're singing when we speak Norwegian, and we make fun of them because they sound like they're choking on a dick when they're speaking. And then we make fun of Swedes for just various Swedish behaviors. But anyway, we'll keep going. Okay. So this is an elite Israel Defense Force training program for recruits who have demonstrated outstanding academic ability in the sciences and leadership potential. Graduates possess double higher education while they serve in the Army, and they use their expertise to further IDF research and development in technological leadership positions. And there it is, like you said, Hebrew University in Jerusalem.
One of the good guys.
And there he is right there. Right? So I gave kind of, when I heard this news, I kind of got like really triggered.
I didn't even know. Thank you, Snow, for informing me about it, because you told me to come on the show and give me the title, and I started looking it up. I was like, wait a minute. We're all saved from the UFOs and aliens because this entity front man is going to lead up the research. And I was like, well, we have nothing to worry about then.
Yeah. Sometimes I get like triggered and I have to go info dump, and that's the only thing I can do, and that's what happened here. The second I found out about this, I was out in my backyard playing with my dog, and I'm like, I have to go do this. I think I left my dog outside, actually, which is slightly irresponsible.
Hopefully you didn't get abducted.
Yeah. Oh man, if they took my dog, it's on. I'm breaking every single one of those holograms. But I basically put like Avi Loeb was a prominent figure in the Ancient Aliens narrative and the IDF's Talpiot program. What people don't know is his work also caught the attention of the Reagan administration's Strategic Defense Initiative, known as the Star Wars program, if you're aware of that. We all remember the Star Wars program. Fun times. He also launched
didn't Reagan at the United Nations give a speech that we need an alien invasion to bring about world peace and one world government, essentially? I think he did.
You really think they would just tell people what they're going to do way later that blatantly? Do you really think that would happen, Sam? Come on. Don't be a conspiracy theorist.
It's called revelation of the method as part of their occult rituals.
Yep. Good old karma avoidance, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you remember the Galileo project.
Because Snow, if they say, hey, we told you, idiot goy, exactly what we're doing, and you guys all waved and ate your freaking bagels and loved it, and so now you deserve what you get. And in one sense, I have a hard time arguing with them, because it's like, they told you, idiots, and you still love all this. Then maybe you do deserve what you get. You know what I mean?
Right. But I want you guys to internalize something right now.
But it's not legitimate and forthright and honest the way they go about doing it. So to me, that makes them disingenuous at the very least.
Yeah. So I cannot stress this enough. The people at the very top, regardless of how much power they appear to have, they still have to follow rules. They still have to follow like cosmic laws and shit. We can use that against them.
They have to follow the laws of the universe, 100%.
Yeah, we can use that against them.
Natural law. They have to follow natural law, and they understand it.
Yeah. So he also founded the Galileo Project. The co-founder of that project is a multi-billion-dollar manufacturer with operation. You're never going to guess where his operational roots and his corporate branches. Oh, it's Israel. Yeah.
Ohio? What, was it Louisiana? No.
Ohio. Actually, Ohio is like a fucking technocrat cesspool.
Hell yeah.
Descent did a deep dive on that, and she's from Ohio, so she's like, well, I'm fucked.
Hell yeah. That's Les Wexner, Epstein financier, owns half of freaking Ohio. So yeah,
great stuff. We're doing really good. We're doing great. Also, he said this is fucked. Abby said this. I want you guys to think of everything that is going on right fucking now.
This is the head UFO guy on what the heck's the name of the project?
Project Goybeam? No, I'm kidding.
No, the real name. The real
UAP,
name.
The UAP Science Advisory Council.
Yes, UAP Science Advisory Council. This is the official dude. What did he say, Snow?
He said, my personal belief is that the Messiah will arrive, not necessarily from Brooklyn as some Orthodox Jews believe.
Not Jerry Springer or freaking Jerry Springer, Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with space aliens? I'm sorry, I don't do a good Jerry Seinfeld on purpose.
I don't think he's coming out of Brooklyn either, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The extraterrestrial message would likely be that we should stop fighting over territory on the surface of this tiny terrestrial rock because there is much more real estate available to us in space. The space that we've definitely visited, by the way, guys. The space that we've definitely gone to. Because
Elon just became a trillionaire because he's taking us interstellar, brother. So we should cheer all that on. We can get off this rock after we poison and terminate everybody, and we're going to the stars and beyond. Elon promised me.
Guys, this is literally just Project Bluebeam. I don't know what else to say to you guys. This is Project Bluebeam. The point of Project Bluebeam is to poorly fake, I'm predicting it, poorly fake an alien invasion.
Is it going to be, are they poorly faking it on purpose or just because it will be that way because their evil has to be transparent?
Well, I mean, Project Bluebeam is already something you can know. So it could technically fall into revelation because people have talked about Project Bluebeam. I talk about it all the time. But
it came from a Canadian. I actually looked it up. Did you know that the original conspiracy theory poster on the internet, AI Gronk, claims it came from a Canadian? So you're in good company there, Snow.
Yeah, that's actually my dad. My dad would do. My dad is like kind of tinfoil though, so he might have popped off about it. But no, the point of Project Bluebeam is to basically create an external threat, so people basically like jump for a one world government, so they can control everybody.
We have to unite as a world from that external threat to come. We have to come together as a world to fight that external threat.
Yeah, the only way to fight that, by the way, is to live in the pod and eat the glazed locust bars and drink the cricket. There's cricket milk now. I don't know if you were caught up on that, Sam.
Can we become literal batteries to fuel AI surveillance centers, a la the Matrix?
Yeah, I mean, I'm that's still a possibility in my mind. That's still absolutely a possibility.
No, they say here that Serge Monasset, Serge Monasset, a Canadian journalist and conspiracy theorist, long dead here now, bless his soul, first published Project Bluebeam NASA on the internet. So that's where the origins of this came from.
Yeah. And now we're just seeing all this play out in real time. Not that that's always what happens. Spoiler alert, it is. It's called a conspiracy theorist for talking about this shit years ago. And you know what? I was talking about this with a friend today. It's never a good feeling. You're probably like me. You're the person who talks about something and then years later it happens and everybody's like, oh my God, I should have listened to you. And you're like, well, I just feel rotten because you didn't and nobody stopped it. And now it's here. So there's no feeling smug about it because the only reason I was trying to tell people about it was so we could stop it. It's just a rotten feeling every time.
No, yeah, I hear you. I don't want to be confirmed that all my research is actually accurate because I actually go and do my research and know what these people are saying and what the agenda is. It's very disturbing when it actually comes to pass.
Yeah. And I mean, I forgot what I was talking about, so we're going to move on.
Project Bluebeam. What are they going to roll out? UFOs, a fake messiah. There's different things that they can do with this Project Bluebeam, which may be holograph projections in the sky. Who knows? It could be drones. It could be holograph projections. It could be UFOs. It could be the second coming of the Messiah of whatever religion you are. And they may customize it to your own psyche here now to level up the psyop, even customize it for you.
That too. I feel like with Bluebeam itself, they're spinning a lot of plates because they don't want people to kind of prepare for whatever bullshit. So I've heard they could do like holograph projection of like, I don't know, it's Jesus in, let's say, the West. And then it's Allah in the Middle East. And then, you know,
it's Satan in the entity area.
It's an evil.
They just literally the dude with horns, your stereotypical devil, red dude with the horns, and they're like, we love it in entity territory. So
yeah. And then it's a T-Rex in Australia or something. I don't follow, but whatever they worship over there. No offense to our Australian viewers, but
I think they're pretty Western, so I think they're probably worshiping the same Jesus, but not the Schofield Bible Jesus, though. Your other baby Jesus, right? Sure.
So do you remember the 3-eye Atlas comet? That weird comet that everybody was talking about for a bit?
I remember that where they're hyping that it's going to hit. The comet may hit Earth, right?
Yeah, and they're talking about how it's like speeding up and slowing down, and there's a bunch of like anomalies that aren't consistent with like a normal comet. So here's Avi again going off about that.
So that object was moving nearly twice as fast as previous things in space. So what made this?
I just like to say, if this song is copyrighted and we get hit with a copyright for this, I am blaming Abby for that as well. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Speeds and size so remarkable to what we've seen in the past?
Well, first thing, it implied that it came from outside the solar system because gravity cannot bind it to the sun. It was moving too fast for that. And the other thing is that the object was relatively big, possibly tens of kilometers, the size of Manhattan Island. And if that's the case, it was 1 million times more massive than the previous objects from outside the solar system, and that was puzzling. It also came in the same plane as the planets around the sun, within 5 degrees, and the chance for that happening at random is 1 in 500. And then when we obtained the best image of it, it looked as if there is a glow ahead of the object towards the sun, instead of the typical tail that we see behind comets away from the sun. And that glow was cigar-shaped. It was 10 times longer than wide, and it's just not clear what this object is.
The glow on this image, which we're not exactly sure exactly what it is that what is leading to maybe this theory that some people think that this could be an alien ship?
Well, it's a possibility.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox.
I want to know why this Nazi asshole's allowed to go on Fox News, Fox Channel, and theorize about whatever made up bullshit that he says, but we're called bad because we're actually citing documents and evidence of the actual conspiracy.
Oops, I muted myself. Yeah.
Doesn't he sound like a Nazi? He sounds like a Nazi to me.
Well, he's Israeli, so
same thing.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't look into whether or not they worked with Nazis directly. Don't look into that. Don't look into that at all. Spoiler alert, they did. It's because they're all part of the same apocalyptic, I'm going to keep saying it, the same apocalyptic fucking death cult. He did an AMA on Reddit 7 years ago. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this guy has literally been preparing for like a fake alien invasion thing like his whole life. He's been building this up for so fucking long. This was 7 years ago. He's still going on about. He's got one question here. In your opinion, what is the likelihood that alien life will have formed along a mechanism so different from our own that we will initially overlook it or potentially already have overlooked it? I have a tinfoil conspiracy about Ask Me Anything's on Reddit, by the way. I think it's all fake. Oh, wait. This is my... I have to do it. This is my theory.
Wasn't Ghislaine Maxwell like the head moderator on the conspiracy forums on Reddit before she went to prison for child sex trafficking? I believe that's pretty accurate.
I'm not sure entirely, but I believe it. And you know what? Just for shits, I'm just going to say it with confidence regardless. No, I'm kidding. I'll look that up and get back to you all. But yeah, this is my theory about Ask Me Anything's on Reddit.
It's literally all fake and possibly also gay.
I think what they do is they have the person doing the AMA on here, and the questions are just completely curated. Like it's just like a sock of some kind.
For all we know, that's his other account. He's asking himself the question.
That's what I mean. This shit always felt really kind of like, here's a bunch of softball questions that seem like they're really exactly what you want to talk about. Either that or they just are selective with question answering. What is the likelihood that alien life will have formed along a mechanism so different from our own that we will initially overlook it or potentially already have overlooked it? Hi, our imagination is limited to what we know. Our current technology is accelerating exponentially with an e-folding time of a few years. The car I drive now is significantly better than the one I drove 3 years ago. This also means that civilizations which are a billion years old be so sophisticated that we might not recognize them with our current detectors. There's other questions closer towards the bottom. This is telling. This one stuck out to me. This one activated my almonds, if you will.
I would have asked him. Oh, go ahead.
No, keep going.
I was just going to say, I would ask them, how do you feel your IDF training has prepared you for receiving extraterrestrial life?
What would you do if he was like, well, if any of the aliens are 3 years old, I know exactly how to deal with them.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry, that was dark. I cope with the trauma of the last 3 years mostly with humor. It's kind of my thing. But yeah.
I'd say that's on brand and sounds about right to me.
Like seriously, like a guy from the IDF is the head of this. What do you think a solution for aliens are going to be? It's going to be to blow them up. It's going to be go find...
The aliens are terrorists. No, I keep telling you, they're terrorists.
The aliens are Hamas. Dude, it's going to be the aliens are Hamas. You know it is. The aliens are Hamas. They're antiseptic. We need to deal with the antiseptic aliens.
They're working with the Nazis and the Bell freaking UFO, and they're why it's hard for them now.
Yeah. Or like fucking whatchamacallit. They'll be like, sorry, I don't know what to do about the aliens because we haven't found any of them in tents. So we don't really know what to do. Also, they actually have weapons. They're not defenseless, so we're kind of like at a loss here. This is telling. Do you feel the scientific communities will be able to share their findings of extraterrestrial life of ant type? I love ant types. They're my favorite. It means any. Without government interference, or is governmental oversight already established? Of course, I do not think we should worry too much about governments or other authorities. Let's just find out the truth about the universe and not let politicians limit us. And he keeps like compulsively linking his bullshit, which is so very just a certain kind of behavior. I won't say it on YouTube. Anyway. So he's like, don't worry about government or other authorities. Let's not let politicians limit us. Again, this is the perfect setup for just like, our governments aren't sufficient. We must submit to the lizard whatever thing. The Nordic aliens. Let's say the Nordic aliens. Because that ridiculous Trump picture that came out of him talking to the dudes in makeup. I'm sorry, the dudes in makeup. That's all that was. That picture with the pale dudes and the white hair that look like kind of like the Targaryens.
Snow, you're saying we shouldn't trust the CIA running around the podcast circuit telling us about the 4 species of aliens? You're saying that's probably disinformation?
Oh what are they? Okay, we got insectoid. We got the reptilian because we're being just David Icke about it, I guess. We've got the Nordics, and then what's the other one? The gray, of course, the Greys. So we got 4 different types of aliens.
And that was like the entity Lamb summoned by Aleister Crowley through his occult rituals. So everybody should probably look that up if you're interested in the gray aliens. Very, very similar to Aleister Crowley spirit summoning that he sketched out and wrote all about.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the man who's currently heading up the UAP Scientific Council.
So he's also a Disclosure Foundation Advisory Board member, and they have this called disclosure.org, and that's where all these high up scientists are working at Disclosure Foundation.
I'm sure it's a lovely. I hope they're well. First off, I hope the weather in Langley for them is nice right now. I do. What's a site?
Yeah, there they are. Why did they change UFO to UAP? Is that just to muddy the water? Like, I don't get why they changed that.
Oops.
They changed it from unidentified flying object to what is even UAP? Unidentified aerial something, right?
Unlimited anal prolapse. I think that's what that means. Yeah, unlimited. Yep. I'm convinced that this is a correct thing that I'm saying out of my face hole. What is this? First off, why is the fucking text so fucking small? Just like, what is this? A website for ants? Okay, Al Jazeera interview UAP. I don't know why they changed it, actually.
It's like interchangeable. UFO, UAP. Like, what's the difference?
I'll look into that. Because, you know, these people like to change the definitions of a whole lot of shit, Sam. Right?
They're destroying the definition. What's a ceasefire? I don't know, bro. They just shot that dude, but we're in a ceasefire. He's laying over there dead. They're like, there's a ceasefire. What's a recession? I don't know. We can't afford anything. But hey, everything, it's the golden age. Yeah, and so they do love to change the definitions of words. They changed the miracle jab, right? What's the definition of a miracle jab? Well, we just changed the name up for you. So don't be anti-science, don't be anti-economy, and don't be a black pillar. And it's like, no, but you guys are just literally making up whatever bullshit you want to fit your psyop narratives to herd the goys into slaughter here now. I think we have a right to stand up and say, no, this is total bullshit. And F you liars. You know what I mean?
I just realized you said the golden age, but my head heard the Goyim age.
Might as well. Might
as
well be.
Yeah. So.
And for those that don't know, they're all up in the Epstein files laughing at the goy. That's the exact terminology they use the Epsteiners in the Epstein files when talking amongst themselves. Everybody should go look that up and see how racist they are against the rest of us, because they are. They're extremist supremacists. And we can't have any more white supremacists now, Snow, because the funding to the Southern Poverty Law Center got cut.
Yeah. That's
sorry to get off track, but man.
No, all good. Ghislaine did take Reddit, and then Jeffrey took 4chan.
There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Met with Chris Poole, and then they developed Poole.
How Steve Bannon's still allowed to walk around in public. He's freaking best friends with Epstein and came on board to remake his image after he's been a convicted sex trafficker of minors. How does Steve Bannon have any audience? How does he walk in public down the street without being shouted down in shame at the very least? But yet there's still idiots out there with American flags. Yeah, America. It's like, no, bro. They seeded the internet with disinformation way ahead of all this because they foresaw it was gonna come out. You couldn't run a giant spy ring and trafficking ring of all contraband like Epstein and his crew did without it coming out. They knew it was going to come out, so they tried to cover their tracks long before the moment we're at now. Reddit, 4chan, so on.
Very well said. It's all been curated from the beginning. No goy joke tangents. Brother, I haven't even gotten to the UFO files. Come on, give me a bit, okay? I got to space out the antiseptic. All right?
One more thing about this astrophysicist professor. He leads the Galileo project and serves on Disclosure Foundation's advisory board. So we should probably look into the Galileo project. I never even heard of it, honestly, until I'm reading his background here on disclosure.org, the Disclosure Foundation.
Yeah. TLDR, great person to be leading the UAP Scientific Council, which is just basically we're like Project Bluebeam is imminent, which reminds me I gotta light a fire into my ass for a couple things regarding that.
Will you be put in a camp if you question the aliens?
Okay, Sam, I have something I have to admit. I haven't.
Have you seen the mini series from the 80s, V?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The TV movie mini series where the aliens are lizards wearing human masks. Everybody should go check that out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And there's a conspiracy in that movie or miniseries where scientists are trying to warn the public, and the government and the aliens say those scientists are the bad guys, part of a conspiracy against the good aliens and the government.
Yeah. But regarding whether or not I'll be put in a camp, Sam, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been entirely honest with you, Sam. I am actually, in fact, I'm a Nordic alien. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I should have told everybody.
Is this the reveal right now?
Yep. I was sent from the future to prevent everybody from destroying themselves. So I won't be put in the camp. I am here to usher in. What's that? Sorry, I was just talking to my Mossad handler. What's that?
Are they going to say create a new class of bigotry because you're against aliens? I see it happening. They're going to say you're antiseptic, bigoted against extraterrestrials, and so therefore you're too dangerous for society,
bro.
And you need to go to a camp because you're messing up the peace for the rest of us. When we're yelling, this is bullshit, psyops, drones, holographs, the government's lying to you. And they're like, nope, you're antiseptic, anti-extraterrestrial. You go to camp now.
Can you imagine if Project Bluebeam dropped and nobody bought it and they just started calling people anti-Semitic? It doesn't even make sense. They're just like, I I detect Jew hate.
Well, if you go out on the internet, it's like, I disagree with this professor, A.V. Loeb. I disagree with this Harvard astrophysicist who was trained up by the IDF on his opinion on UAPs. They're like, that makes you antiseptic now.
I trust the IDF when it comes to aliens. We live in the most fucking bonkers time in the history of mankind. This is idiocracy, but like with infinite recursion. That's what is happening right now. Idiocracy, but with infinite recursion. Anyway.
Why would we trust any of these con artists, criminal liars, is my question. I don't care if he's a PhD from the IDF and Harvard. I just simply don't trust him because of his accent. Reminds me of a freaking Nazi.
That too.
I thought I was allowed to have that opinion, but apparently I'll be put in a camp soon.
Yep, we antiseptics got to stick together. So I'm always happy to have Sam on here, and I'm always happy to go on his show too. Speaking truth to power and all that before we are abducted and I don't know, turned into lizard people. I don't know what the future hasn't are. Anyway, who's ready to tackle the new fucking UFO? Okay. Who's ready to tackle the new UFO files? Okay, let's do this. First, we're gonna. I just want to show you guys what I was talking about.
So in there, they put a picture of a UFO, but they say it's an artist rendition. what the hell, man? You literally give us an artist rendition from the U.S. Department of War. Here's a UFO, and then a little caption at the bottom. It's an artist rendition. Oh, I trust you guys are fully transparent about all this.
We're already doing great. We're already not fucking this up at all. I'm actually surprised they're fucking this up that bad. Okay, guys. So apparently this was posted by the White House and immediately deleted.
And those are your cousins, uncles, and brothers.
Yeah, that's actually my family. That's my mother, my father, and my sister.
And then they talk to Trump for like 5 seconds, and they're like, "F this con man."
Yeah, they're like, "Have you seen our son?"
No, but what's the story? They say on the internet that Trump posted this and then deleted it, right? That's the story.
Well, it just goes back to the question, why did he post it to begin with? Because someone's going to catch this. Someone's going to catch this. They know someone's going to catch this. Don't post it at all if you don't want people to see it. It's
part of the psyop, though. Trump keeps running the Q games, if you see, and a bunch of official government agencies in the Trump administration continue to post Q psyops. That the good guys, the patriots, the white hats are in control of this corrupt, evil system. They continue to run that psyop on the dupe followers that believe that the government has any good at all in it, which it doesn't.
So this is what kind of perplexes me. Everybody on the internet soyed the fuck out over this. They're like, "Oh my God, look at this. What is that?" And all I see are a bunch of dudes in makeup. This is like a wardrobe job. There's nothing weird or supernatural about this. This could just be a bunch of people in makeup standing next to Donald Trump. So
when Jimmy Savelle's best friend, King Charles, the author of The Great Reset, came to visit the White House, we had literal redcoats marching on the White House lawn. The most treasonous thing as an American patriot that you could possibly see. Your MAGA, Mr. America Trump allowed to happen in institutionalized redcoats on the White House lawn. Think of that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go into some sightings.
But what do we make of this picture? What's the point here to float the idea that the government Trump is talking to these aliens, right? That's what they're trying to sell us on the idea of here now. with in the background these ex-CIA guys going all over the pod universe, whatever, all over the internet, saying, "Oh yeah, there's all these what four different species of aliens that we've had contact with," right? And so this is part of selling that, is the way I see it. Is that how you're seeing this?
I think they're trying to float the idea of, well, they're pushing Blue Beam super hard right now, right? But in addition, these are apparently the Nordic aliens, and they're apparently benevolent. They don't exist. They're made up. They're fucking bullshit. Obviously, it's all bullshit. Okay? I'm sorry. We can't even make the moon landing look remotely fucking believable. You want us to believe in aliens? Really? I was 6 and that landing didn't work on me. To the point where I pissed off my parents because I was causing them cognitive dissonance. And you want us to believe there's fucking...
Elon Musk just became a trillionaire on the back of promise of interstellar space travel.
Yeah, you mean the rockets that go up and then just like kind of slowly start going, like as if there's like okay, we're
at least they catch some of them now, and they don't just crash and burn and turn to right. At least some of them come back to port and they're not totally destroyed. So I mean, we're doing better.
Or it's like the Old Mary Dominion from Morrowind. Anyway, let's hop into some alien sightings, because I'm sure this can't get worse than this, right? Of course it can. It can't get even worse. Strange signal appeared in the sky. All right, what the fuck are we doing here? Is this another thing where they're looking at clouds and they're like, this is a really strange thing, or what are we doing with this? Okay. All right. They're just weird. All right, the fiery orb UFO. Are we really doing this, guys?
It looks genuine to me. Do you have the link to the official government Department of War release?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just go into that. Because, like, as much as I'd like to crash out over these obvious, like, 2003 Photoshops. Oh, no. Oh, no, the Goisterman's back. Please. I almost died the last time. Let me get through this, please. Okay. So this is the White House. They dropped this is orbs over the pond.
It's the third tranche, right? Is this the third one?
Yep, this is the third tranche of the UFO files. This is a sampler, I guess.
I'm convinced. I'll give up my rights, go to the camp. I'm convinced now.
Yeah, you know what? After seeing this thing that was obviously not created in about 10 minutes in After Effects on Adobe, you know what? Just fucking kill me. Just kill me. Use me as biofuel. I am convinced that this is so groundbreaking that I should be used as biofuel. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a keyframe? That's a fucking keyframe. That's a key. Okay. I'm exceptionally equipped to debunk bullshit like this. Guys, I've been a video editor for 15 years. I literally used to teach video editing to people. Digital media, all of it. I know a fucking keyframe, and I can see a fucking keyframe. And that is a fucking keyframe.
Looked like it, didn't it?
Watch. See?
And that's where they cut the video and try to piece it together.
Okay. So keyframing is essentially when you have an object in like a video and you make it move certain ways. And it's really easy to tell when a keyframe is happening because the movement,
it's not consistent.
Exactly. Because don't forget, it's overlaid, or as we call composited, on top of video footage. See that? There it is, right there. You fuckers, you fucking assholes. You know what? Here, are you ready for the actual conspiracy? They released this just to make my blood pressure so high that I have a physical next week. They probably know that too. They did this to make me fuck up my physical so I get demoralized and stop crashing out over the UFO files. I have solved the case.
It's to get you in the MAID program. That's what all this is really all about.
Yeah. I go for
you're going to go in for your exam, and they're going to say, well, this guy's like a candidate for MAID now.
That's the main conspiracy. They're like, listen, this guy, we've thrown everything at this guy, and he keeps going viral with his data center agitprop. Let's fuck his blood pressure with this UFO goy slob. And then when he goes for the physical, the Canadian government is just going to take him out back and shoot him in the face. All right, let's do it. Here is the third tranche of.
Go to that one. This one that they literally admit it's fake. It's an artistic interpretation. Why would you even put it out? It's number D003.
Digital rendering.
That one, yeah. There you
go. Dude,
they admit it's fake. Why would you put out a fake image, admit it, and then say, "Yeah, UFOs, bro"?
They did this with the first one too. They had like this goofy looking sphere thing, and then at the bottom in really fine print, really small text, it said like, "This is a photographic alteration or something." What the fuck are we supposed to do with this, man? It looks like, what is this? A fucking Tic Tac? Great.
It reminds me of the possible cigar-shaped alien craft. I don't know. I really don't know, but they say this was spotted over Colorado Springs, which is the head of the U.S. military. And so they're trying to say this was part of some type of military something, I guess. They don't really say it, though.
It's part of the blood pressure that is rising in my body. That is what it's part of. What's this shit? Never before released July 2008 report on a UFO sighting at the Harare International Airport. Individuals debated if the sighting was an advanced reconnaissance device of a foreign government or of extraterrestrial origins. Did they see like a drone? Like what are we doing? I can't. Okay. Can I seriously not magnify image? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, this is so. What is the formatting of this? Okay, so
these files are alien formatted.
Right, thanks, man. I forgot they were alien formatted. This file contains an evaluation study of the phenomenon flying saucers prepared at the request of the Plans and Operations Divisions of the General Staff, U.S. Army, P&O, GSUSA, to determine if the origin can be traced to natural phenomena or the activities of a foreign power. Okay. And it is... there it is. Why is this so annoying? It's just 1949. What? It's just 19. That's it? Where's the other?
You can download the PDF of it if you click through the links on it.
Oh, okay.
From 1949.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Don't worry, guys. I got it. We're bringing it back home. Wait. Okay.
There's not a whole lot there, honestly. A bunch of government forms that don't tell you really a whole heck of a lot. I'm seeing if I can find the juice on this one.
Just for clarification, did you say the juice?
The juice, yeah.
Okay.
Or what they said, the kids on the internet say the sauce, and that means like the real information.
Yeah, sauce.
But I call it juice for our Goy followers out there.
Parentheses flying saucers. Thanks,
Somebody
man.
hand wrote that apparently, right? To clarify, so very detailed, precise reporting.
Okay. North American records. Evaluation study, disposition form. Requested an evaluation be made of the phenomena referred to above insofar as it concerns continental United States, and that a copy of the study be furnished for this division. Evaluation study phenomenon. Here we go. Of some 210, that's a number, Brad. Fuck. Approximately 20% have been explained. The majority of these involve misidentifications, synoptic weather. Okay, weather balloons. Others involved observations of airborne cosmic ray research equipment, bolides, meteors, and in one instance, the daylight observation of the planet Venus. Bro, they're like, there's a planet. It might be a UFO. Oh, fuck me.
They talk in here also about Pravda working with the Russians under the Soviet Union. They say Pravda says State Department converted into branch of General Staff, and these are communiques back and forth between America, Russia, France, and West Germany, actually, in there about these sightings, but they don't really say a whole heck of a lot.
Okay, well, let's move on to more visuals, I guess, because these forms are making me depressed.
Some of it you can't even read. They put out PDFs of blurred documents that you can't even read. And it's like, wow, you guys are very transparent there. Thank you very much. I believe now. I want to believe Mr. IDF from Harvard.
Well, to be fair, they're all about the PDFs over there, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's literally, you can't even read it because it's so blurred out. When you, I'm looking at the PDF 25-page, and there's a bunch of pages you can't even read because it's so old, I guess, and it's just faded.
Oh, did they update this? They updated the little carousel thingy. Okay.
It's redacted just like Epstein files.
Oh my God. Guys, this shit is a fucking ritual. Okay? They are like, you need to just reject this shit outright. Okay, some forms. Oh, thank God. We've got We've got that. Is that supposed to be the? Hold on.
Has this convinced you to worship the IDF yet? If not, you should be.
Gosh, after seeing this, I'm definitely going to worship a evil storm god. I have no choice. I'm also going to hand over my biometrics, and I'm going to take the brain chip. Okay, that's what we're doing after seeing whatever the fuck this is.
They had to do
what the fuck are we doing?
They had to do a big budget Hollywood blockbuster Steven Spielberg alien movie on the back of this because it's such bullshit to try to convince the public that it's something.
This is going to be so bad, dude. This is going to be this might be the biggest failure in the history of the apocalyptic death call. I can't wait. This is going to be so fucking stupid.
It's the third release, no, and literally everybody just yawns and just says, who freaking cares about UFO disclosure officially from the government?
Well, because like, I'm sorry, after the first batch, which we covered here in Pearl Pill, I don't know what to say to people. It's like, what do you do after that first batch? Like you're already out. You're already done. Like,
and you had to rumble passengers or pastors all over the internet telling everybody, this is going to change your religion. Really? Well, I now worship the IDF, but that's not because of your UFO. It's because you put a gun to my head.
I worship the bagel. So that's like a reflection, I imagine. I'm assuming. I can't make anything out of this because it's borderline undescribable. What else? Oh, sweet. There's two. Fuck, dude. There's 2 dots in the sky. I'm convinced. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to get the brain chip. Like this is definitely sold me. 2 dots.
Turn your dog in and head to the nearest migrant relocation camp.
Couldn't that also be on a light of some kind?
It could be all kinds. It could be a reflection off the friggin' lens. It could be all kind of different stuff.
It could also just be a picture that they just actually wait. Can I zoom in on this?
How do I throw 2 frisbees up in the air and take a picture and say, "Well, there's UFOs." You know what I mean? It's like whatever. They could rig it up, however high budget or low budget they want to go.
You see,
they got whatever unlimited funding behind all of this.
Okay, can you tell me if the magnify image thing? Do you see that pop-up that just happened?
No, it doesn't work over here for me anyway.
Fuck, they don't want. They're trying to get me.
They don't want you to zoom in there.
Let me magnify. Because I'm also kind of like really about Photoshop, and I've been doing that. Oh shit, the aliens are coming. I heard that. So this looks a lot like just the default for Photoshop. If you go to the brush feature and you take the feather down to about 50, right? And then you fuck with the color a little bit. Yeah. Nice try, guys. This is great. But what the fuck? Sorry,
that's Epstein files right there. Same transparency from the Trump administration.
What are we doing here? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm writing BB a personal note, and I'm going to ask him to deliver better Goyslop because this is not sufficient.
Wrong guy. You got to go to the Harvard professor to do that.
Right. I forgot. We gotta go to Avi and be like, can we get some better Goyslop, please? Because this is a blank fucking page with a bunch of redactions at the bottom, and I don't know what the fuck to make out of it.
We want to believe. We want to believe, but you guys put out this, and you're just making it hard on us to believe.
Is it? Are you kidding me? This is it. Literally. What? Okay, so you got TikTok. We got 50 feather Photoshop Boogaloo. We've got whatever the fuck this is. We got a bunch of Epstein. Okay. So that's the whole third tranche. All right.
Very convincing.
I'm sold. This is just such a really good way to spend your time. Just looking at whatever the fuck this shit is. I suppose I wanted to look at one more. There's one more of these that was like especially bad, and we can end it off there for tonight. No, not that. It was another one of the stupid, like, oh, I think Chase posted it. Give me a sec. I'll find this. I'll find it all. This is like spectacularly bad. Especially because like there's a community note on it. Look at this shit. Look at this. Like, what do you do with this? This is from TMZ. So again, that's keyframing. And you're also just keyframing the opacity as well. So you're keyframing the motion, but you're also keyframing the opacity. That is a transition. They just used a fucking transition. What is this supposed to be? Guys, I'm just being super for real right now. But if this works on you, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it if you believe this. You are going to be dead or in the Goy camps.
Just start eating the crickets now.
You will be eating the bugs and living in the pod if this is. This is good. It's never enough for y'all, huh? You got the most translucent administration in history.
Telling you, they're going to frame it up. If you're against this, they're going to say you're an antiseptic hater of aliens. I'm telling you, I could see it coming. And we're like, no, this is bullshit. You guys are throwing frisbees up in there. This is all bullshit. And they're like, nope, you're a freaking bigot hater.
Oh my fucking God. What is... Anyway, so after that, what the fuck is this? Brother, we are just not serious today. We are just chugging dumb fuck juice.
Real quick, Snow, about UFOs from Bill Cooper. You know about Bill Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Famous radio broadcaster. They whacked him at his house because he predicted 9/11, exposed a bunch of their corruption in the government. Anyway, he originally started out, he worked in Navy intelligence. He got fed a bunch of disinformation by the Navy. And then he went, and once he got out of the Navy, he went out there running around saying there's UFOs, extraterrestrials, all this, giving presentations and lectures and all this all throughout the early 90s. And then upon his further research, he came to the conclusion, it's in his book, Behold a Pale Horse, that it was all psyops and disinformation, that they fed him because they knew he would go out and start promoting the alien UFO agenda. He went and did his own research, like literally parked his truck outside of Area 51 for like months on end and documenting all the ins and outs and comings and goings. And he said, according to his own personal investigations, after going through all of that, that there are indeed these craft, but they're of human origin, not of extraterrestrial origin.
Was he the guy that went, was he the dude that had that, he delivered a speech where he basically said the plan for this whole blue beam thing is to reduce the population of like 7/8? Is that the guy?
Probably something like that. He was big exposing the whole The agenda, in large part, very accurate. Lee.
Bill Cooper, Alien.
He wrote the book Behold a Pale Horse.
Yeah.
And he talks about in there as Navy intelligence, they gave him a bunch of classified documents to convince him. And he was convinced for a while until he got out of the service and then went and did his own independent investigations and then figured out, no, this is all bullshit, disinformation that the Navy gave him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were playing him as an unwitting dupe to spread UFO alien propaganda.
Yeah, so some of the videos are artistic recreations. I knew it was fucking Premier. Okay? This is why they're trying to shut me down.
And so back to the question, why put out this? Is this part of demoralization, mockery? Why put out, and even on their own stupid Department of War website, they say this is an artist rendition. Why even put it out then, bro? You know what I mean? Are you they're intentionally trying? Because they're always working double, triple, quadruple angles on everything, right? So I don't know. Throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. At this point, they seem desperate. Snow. They seem like they're getting desperate.
So I said this on the Reaction Factory, also known as X/Twitter, but I really think that they're literally just throwing everything. This is like flailing. I think they're fucking everything up. I don't think, like, I know it's all doom and gloom, but like, this is not the behavior of a group of people that is in control of a situation. This is the behavior of a group of people who are fucking up.
They seem desperate because they realize that their lies are being realized by a lot of people out there. And it just, Trump's magic of he could just run out there and be an insult comedian, all of that is gone now. And it's just transparent bullshit, faking gay at this point. And so I think it feels like they are, like they're scrambling. It really does.
No, I think this is cooked. I think it's cooked, brother. Because I'll always go back to this, okay? They originally wanted to get all this done during the bad times, and they failed. A lot of people say that was a trial. I'm like, no, it wasn't a trial. They wouldn't have built out the infrastructure during a trial. If it was a compliance trial, they wouldn't have tried to roll out digital ID infrastructure. They wouldn't have tried to roll out all the things they tried to roll out. Okay? No, they tried to take power and they failed.
They're building it one way or another, and that was just an excuse. And that same agenda moves forward with different excuses why we need to follow that agenda.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm calling cap on this. And I think, to answer your question, Sam, I think the reason they're putting this out is they really think people are going to buy those. Because think about all the other shit they put out that they expected people to buy, and then they had to like censor everybody and call them out and call them antiseptic or anti-vax or whatever. When they started,
we got banned for questioning public health policy. Now we're going to get banned for questioning public UFO policy.
You've been banned off YouTube for anti-Semitism, and it's one of us being like, that's a frisbee.
Yeah. And they're like, why do you hate this Harvard professor? And it's like, well, I don't hate the guy. I'm just saying that's bullshit. He throws up a frisbee, takes a freaking Polaroid photo of it and says UFOs are coming. Like, I don't hate the guy. I just like call out his bullshit. You know what I mean?
Sir, that's a beach ball. That's a beach ball. You didn't even do anything. It's just a beach ball in the air. I see your hand. I see the hand in the photo holding the beach ball. Nope, your YouTube channel shut down. You're antiseptic. Okay. Anyway, we're coming up on time. Thank you guys
They say,
so much.
real quick, Snow, the Department of War says they brag about it on the X. They say that UFO.gov/ or war.gov/UFO has received over 1.7 billion hits worldwide since the launch of the site on May 8, 2026. So they feel like they're doing a good job getting the word out, according to their own posting on the X.
Well, these people are really good at faking numbers.
True.
I don't mean anything. I don't mean anything by that.
6 million. Excuse me. I had some of that West Asia sand in my throat. Excuse me.
You got the. I think you got the hantavirus, brother. The hantavirus that lasted fucking what, like a week? Maybe you guys shouldn't have put 33 in the fucking headlines. I immediately knew what that was about. Holy fucking shit. These people are idiots, dude.
They had 33 comms all over the place, yeah.
It was, what was it? 33-day cruise. The specific strain of that hantavirus was discovered exactly 33 years ago. 30
we caught 33 mice in traps.
Guys, you're basically screaming like, don't believe us about anything ever again.
The Mickey Mouse Club at Disneyland's called 33 Club.
Club 33. I actually went to Disneyland and asked, this is actually really weird thinking back. My parents would take me to Disneyland because they didn't love me or something. I don't know. Why would you take anybody to like? It was creepy too. Like the whole thing was always creepy. They took me to Disneyland, and I remember asking my dad what Club 33 is, and he looked me dead in the face and said, "You don't want to know."
Wow.
And now I think back to that, and I'm like, "Did you know?"
Well, he was looking out that you didn't get a hantavirus there.
He's like, son, that's where the hantavirus lives. Oh, fuck me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Sam, always a pleasure to have you over. Why don't you plug your stuff? I'll share it on screen.
Everybody go to Weaponized News. I'm broadcasting live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern time. Weaponized News and all your major tech platforms, as long as we're still on there. We're trying to be good, follow the community guidelines and all that, and salute the Z's out there carrying out genocide and mass depopulation on the Palestinians and Lebanon now. And so we do appreciate their efforts in that regard to bring about a third world war. And so we report on that. Everybody go check out Weaponized News, again, streaming 5 days a week on all your major big techs until we're not. We'll still always probably be on Odyssey and BitChute. They seem like they don't really censor so much, but the large majority out there have no idea of what those sites even are. And so you will learn once you go down the rabbit hole of censorship, these other sites.
Yeah.
But
so he's on Weaponized. Here, I'll post the links. weaponizednews.com. That's a website. That's where you can find all his stuff. In addition to that, please subscribe to him on YouTube. Does great coverage. I watch the show myself. It's very good reporting. Very hopeful stuff. Just gives you real hope for the future. Everything, just like us here in Pro Pill. We're just here to white pill everybody with a really hopeful coverage of.
My regular listeners say I need a warning that my show may induce heavy drinking, but they also say It's like a train wreck, car wreck. It's so horrible you can't turn away. You just have to watch. And so there's some great selling points to tune into Weaponized News.
There you go. And listen, guys, we all got to stick together through this, because the only way we're getting through this is together. Again, just because I'm
how many of them is there, Snow? There's like 4,000, let's just say, right, of the 0.00001%, and then there's the rest of us, and that's the reality that we live in here.
Guys, we're billions. We're fucking billions. We can do this. We can do this.
And there's like 4,000 of them or whatever. What was it? I have the book over here, but I forget the guy's name. One of Henry Kissinger's underlings put out the book Superclass, and in that book he talks about there's, I believe, 4,000 or 5,000 global managers of the system, and that's like who's controlling the entire world through all these interlinking governments, boards, panels, think tanks, academia, so on and so forth, the establishment. And so it is really a very small group at the top of that all-seeing eye pyramid that we could very easily, non-violently even, overthrow by just simply saying we're not complying, going along with this program anymore.
Guys, all we need is mass civil disobedience, and these fuckers will be on their knees. On their fucking knees. Okay?
They won't know what to do if everybody just says no. Just the power in saying, no, we're not going along with whatever tyranny they cook up next. We're just not doing this.
Reject it. All of it. And stop putting... I know it's hard. I understand. I empathize. We've all been there. But stop thinking of the future as a certainty. Stop thinking of their plans for the future as a certainty. Start thinking of it as something you want for the future. Okay? Your consciousness is so much more fucking powerful than you think it is. All of ours is.
Then they trick you into believing that it's not.
Yeah, because that's how they win. Not to go back to data centers, but I'm just going to be annoying as fuck forever about this. So you might as well just get used to it. But if anyone needs data center pamphlets to hand out to their communities, if you don't have a data center near your community, you can check. You can just Google like data center tracker. You can go find that.
I'm sure you'll get one soon.
Yeah, no, I know for a fact our little backwater town here is going to get one. They're already fucking Toronto. Oh my God, they're fucking Toronto. I lived there for a decade. I digress. I'm fine. I'm doing the thing where I'm finally getting to the point. If anyone here, I'll just. There we go. So if anybody needs data center pamphlets, like standard agitprop, I created a template, front page, back page, so it's just one page that you can hand out to people. Email propilled@gmail.com. I'm happy to send you a copy. I really do think these data centers are like the biggest gift we have been given, because everybody fucking hates this shit. Nobody's fucking with these things. There's no division at all. Just
and
be like,
there's no reasonable explanation they even give, right? Like you have to you have to take my power, my land, my water, because what? To make goofy UFO videos? Like seriously, this is not worth the investment whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we can unite this with through all their balkanization and divide and conquer tactics. We can use this as to unite the common people, which the 99.9999999% of us are. We can use this as a uniting moment and we can kill each other about politics tomorrow. Let's focus on the data centers that are looking to bring about technocracy, scientific dictatorship, and then there will be no escape, and you won't. even be able to argue about politics because you'll be in the freaking pod being used as a battery to charge said data center, surveillance center.
Yeah. They're going to create the world's biggest loose farm, and we're never going to be able to fucking escape. And a lot of us will be dead. Also, like I covered last show, these data centers are I can talk, I promise. They're also fucking with your health. Go back and check that video.
They're destroying the environment. Yep.
They're literally fucking with your health. They're
putting off electromagnetic frequencies. Yep.
Yep. They're fucking with your cardiovascular system. They're fucking with your circulatory system. Jury's out that, but they might actually be fucking as well with your endocrine system.
And they're hurting the little bunnies and frogs as well in your ecosystem. And that's also part of the environment you have to live in and be healthy.
Yeah, if you don't care for the well-being of rabbits, like you probably eat children. I'm just gonna put it that way. Okay. As we always close off the show with, though, I want to give a huge thank you to our producers. These are the people who keep the lights on. Thank you to Velvet Trance 3173, also known as Spooky. Thank you to Nick Riviera. Thank you to Deep 13. Thank you to Iponji 123. Thank you to Bisbee 3021. Yep, exactly. Vibroacoustic disease. Look it up, get familiarized, and then fucking organize. Where was I? Thank you to T-Nega74. Sorry if I repeated that, but too late now. Thank you to Tristan at Mac.com. Thank you to Abby at economalenkian.se. I'm mispronouncing the Swedish on purpose because that's what we do. And yeah, be sure to check out Sam on Weaponized News. He does great content. Yeah, we will be back Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out when I can do a gaming screen. Fucking brilliant. I am so good at talking today. A gaming stream for paid members only. Anybody can watch it while it's streaming, but the VOD will be paid members only. I'm trying to think of some time to do that this week. I'm thinking like a role-playing game, something like Revolutionary. Might just do Disco Elysium. We'll see. And we'll be back Wednesday. God knows what fucking nonsense is gonna be popping off by then.
Just scrolling the X here, Snow, and there's a posting video of Trump falling asleep at the cage match there. So he looks like he probably is and has some type of health issues going on that they're trying to cover up here now. So we may get a Mr. Technocracy JD Vance before we can all vote for him.
And then
that's a bright future to look forward to here now.
My prediction is they're going to have Massey and MTG on one side and AOC and Hunter Biden on the other. And
what about Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom's in the mix, man. He's who knows how many kids he ate to get where he is. Seriously, he's the unofficial. For those that don't know about Gavin Newsom, he's the unofficial stepson of the Gettys. And at that time, when he was running with them, Getty's literally the richest family in the world, oil barons. And so everybody should look up the background on Gavin Newsom and the Gettys, because he's not the great liberal that he's selling himself as. He's a freaking. I can't
believe this.
He's an oligarchical demon.
Yeah, I think if you want my personal opinion, I think all of the elections, what they are is basically an A/B test. I don't think like democracy is actually a thing. They just run the A/B test to kind of tell like, all right, who would like be a better puppet for whatever horrible globalist bullshit we're gonna do. And I think with Harris and Trump, they ran the A/B test and they're like, yeah, Trump's probably a better sort of guy for this whole Iran war thing. He can just act psychotic and insane and whatever. Meanwhile, Harris would have to like kind of like, you know, do the Democrat thing where they put on the mask and they pretend to give a fuck, but they don't, and we all know they don't, and blah blah blah. That's not a good fit. But to wear the black hat and just be like the psycho guy, that's perfect for creating a global energy crisis. Anyway, guys,
and they have a bunch of these MAGA Republicans snowed that we have to support aardvark land at all costs, and so that's baked into the cake. Being a supporter is I support genocide. Right, because it's divine from a fake Schofield Bible. That I would be really pissed if I bought that psyop and was that invested in it. Maybe that's why these people can't wake up, because they'll have a mental breakdown and get picked up by a UFO. I don't know, but I do feel bad on one level, but then on another level, I'm like, you're such idiots. You deserve what you get at this point. Like the elite say, I mean, some of the stuff they say, it's kind of hard to argue with them. They're like, we told you, you still walked into the wood chipper. It's kind of your fault, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real. That's real talk, as the kids say. That's Cap. Wait, no, that's the wrong fuck. All right. I got to get out of here. I'm so looking forward to hold on. Let me check. I'm so looking forward to... Oh, fuck. I'm not sleeping tonight. Oh, that's a lot of white. Oh, that's a shitload of white. Okay, great. No, I'm looking forward to my 2 hours of sleep. It's going to be good. Or waking up every fucking hour. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means so much. We'll be back. Keep questioning everything. You don't hate Mondays. You just hate capitalism. And most importantly, fuck Israel.